morning. Good morning. We're here today to give you an update in the process of the tragedy that occurred on the lake with the loss of a plane and with the assumption of the loss of the people on that plane. So we want to start off with giving our condolence to the family and all the people who are involved and the people, the friends, and those who care. And we've gone from the rescue into recovery, and there's a process, and we're here today to just update you on what that process will be so you will have the correct expectation. Okay? You ready, sir?
Good morning. Last night, the Coast Guard suspended our search and rescue efforts for a missing plane with 6 people aboard in Lake Erie. We were notified late Thursday night by air traffic control that a Cessna Citation 525 with 6 people aboard headed to Ohio State University Airport in Columbus, Ohio, had disappeared shortly after takeoff from Burke Lakefront Airport, approximately 2 miles into Lake Erie. Interagency sorties were conducted by U.S. Coast Guard, Canadian Coast Guard, and local assets by air, water, and along the shoreline. Those searches covered about 1,400 square miles. I speak for every Coast Guard member stationed here in Cleveland, at our command center in Buffalo, and all the men and women assigned to Coast Guard Sector Buffalo, when I say that our hearts grieve with the families and friends of those that were lost in this tragedy. We're committed to assist the city of Cleveland as they lead search and recovery operations in the near future. And with that, I'd like to introduce Fred Szabo, the Interim Director of Port Control.
Morning. I'd also like to thank the Coast Guard for their diligent efforts over the past few days. They've been a strong partner with us, and they will continue to be so. As a result of the Coast Guard transitioning from the search and rescue portion into the recovery, now the City of Cleveland takes over that initial responsibility. This is the next phase of the process. The city utilizes a unified command structure, which is a national model. We basically have a single point of contact who conducts operations at this point, and we work very closely with all of our partners to accomplish that. There are many partners that we work with in this effort, which of course is the Coast Guard, the FAA Flight Standards Office, which is a local office here in Cleveland, the National Transportation Safety Board, Cleveland Department of Public Safety with police, fire, and EMS, and the Cuyahoga County Port Authority, and some others. We are establishing a command center at Burke Lakefront Airport for this event. There's also going to be a joint information center located at that location. We'll be providing updates to our agencies and also to the general public. The unified command will conduct an aircraft recovery operation, including the preservation of evidence, so that the National Transportation Safety Board can accomplish their mission as well. We'll work closely with the NTSB in their mission to determine the cause, and this phase will be conducted in an efficient, transparent, and most of all, a sensitive manner. The timetable at this point is unknown. We hope to start operations actually today to see if we can locate the aircraft, but it does depend on several factors. At this point, I'd like to introduce Commissioner Khalid Behrour to discuss the logistical issues. Khalid.
Good morning. Thank you, Director Szabo. On behalf of Burke Lakefront Airport and the staff at Burke Lakefront Airport, we offer our condolences to the families and friends of those affected by this tragedy. We are assembling a team of highly skilled professionals at Burke Lakefront Airport as we speak. As Director Szabo alluded to, we have gone into unified command structure. We are working closely with the Cleveland Police Department, Fire Department, EMS, the Coast Guard, Port Authority, and a number of other folks who have offered their services to help resolve this issue. We have also contracted with private divers and marine individuals who are at Burke Lakefront Airport as we speak, and we will meet with them today to plan out a strategy to find the aircraft and extract it from the water in a very expeditious way. Short of that, that is the next step. Our goal right now is to extract the aircraft from the water and bring it to closure.
Are you guys going to be searching by air and water, or how exactly, what tool will we be using?
Right now, we are going to search by water. We have a vessel that's in the water right now, waiting to go, and we have a group of divers and some very specific equipment that we'll use for this search.
Where are the group of divers from?
The divers are local divers.
Is the search area expanding from yesterday at all?
We are going to, when we meet with the divers, we're going to put together a grid, and we're going to work off the grid. We're going to identify the last communication that was made with the aircraft and start from there.
Has both families been notified? I know the Fleming family has, but the second family name wasn't released yet. Do you have that information?
We have been in contact with the families from day one, and families have been notified.
Do you know when the second family will be identified?
I can't tell you that. I don't know.
Any idea why the ELT is so difficult to locate?
It could be a number of reasons why the LT is not pinging. We'll leave that up to the NTSB and the FAA. I don't want to speculate on that.
Did weather play a major role in this?
During the investigation, the FAA and the NTSB will determine, they'll actually do a comprehensive investigation that takes months once the aircraft is recovered and the technical equipment on the aircraft is extracted. Then they will advise us what the cause was.
How rare is something like this to happen, just in your recent memory? Do you remember a search like this happening for a missing plane at the airport?
It's rare to have this type of accident. The last accident was, I believe, in 2008 or 2009. It was a Baron that went into the lake, and the NTSB. We extracted the aircraft. The NTSB did their study or investigation, and then they provided their results.
How long was it until you found that plane in 2008?
Based on memory, 5 or 6 days.
Are lake conditions better today than they were? Is that going to help?
Yeah, we're going to do everything possible. Like I said, the boat's in the water right now, and the dive team is preparing themselves to go out. But we're not going to risk. It's going to be on a day-to-day basis, and we're not going to risk other people's lives.
Are you asking any help from the public? I know there's lots of boats out there. Are you telling people to keep an eye out, search for something? Is there the color of the plane or any type of clothing the family had on that they should be looking for?
Well, we've received a tremendous amount of support from other communities that are on the shoreline. And we know that, for example, a group of police chaplains from other police departments actually were walking the shoreline and various beaches along the lake. But yeah, if you see anything that resembles an aircraft part or something that you maybe could be anything, just call us. Call the Cleveland Police Department or call Burke Lakefront Airport, 216-781-6411, and we will actually dispatch a group to investigate immediately.
Can you talk about how difficult this is? Just the entire, incident?
Yeah, it's never easy. I mean, it's extremely difficult, and it's our aviation family, so we take it very seriously, and it's affected everybody.